I'm bringing out a real treasure today for you, and I've been wanting to give you this gift for a long time. This is going to be the first and most important video in the Get Your Results section. And simply put, we're going to apply this mentality to all of our tennis, and you will be very happy that you do. What it is it's Rene Lacoste's mentality, his 4 things that got him to world number 1. And just as a quick reminder, Rene Lacoste, the legend, the genius, we can thank him for a lot in our sport. Not only did he invent the ball machine, remember 30 inventions, 30 patents, the ball machine, hybrid golf clubs, metal tennis rackets. Many people don't know this, but obviously we were playing with wood up until Rene had the idea to make it out of metal. And in Europe, it was marketed as the Lacoste tennis racket. In America, it was marketed as the T2000 by Wilson. So Rene Lacoste is the inventor of those, and he was a genius. He began playing tennis at the age of 15, and within 9 years, he was world number 1. He also dethroned Bill Tilden, who, as we know, has the highest match win percentage of all time and was the world number 1 from 1920 to 25. Rene took that from him. 1926 and 27, he was world number 1. And both men complement each other in their books. The foreword is written in respect to the other, and I think that is so incredible to have that, give that respect and that admiration to someone who took the world number 1 from you, but instead of being hostile, they both share their knowledge freely. And just as a reminder, each of their books was published while they were world number 1. I think that's incredible for them to share that knowledge, and that's why I want to give it to you. So let's get right to it. What are the 4 things that got Rene Lacoste to world number 1? They are patience, calmness, concentration, and the will to win. And I know what you're thinking. Oh wow, some of those are really hard. And you're right. Those first 2 are very, very hard. Patience in life and in tennis, it's going to help you. Rene meant for you to build the point and for the ball to come back and forth 20 or 30 times every rally. He says the sport begs you to go over the low part of the net. We serve and start each point cross court, right? It wants you to hit towards your opponent and play high percentage shots. And then once you get an easier ball, then you go up the line with something different. So be patient and expect that rally to go 20 or 30 times. Calmness. When you are calm, you think clearly. No matter what it is in life, try to stay calm, because that is how your logical brain works. I'll give you an example. You've surely been in a situation in life where someone did or said something and you thought of the best thing you could have said or the best thing you could have done, but it was like 2 days after the fact. You had the best comeback, or I should have said that, or I should have done that, that would have been so funny, but you didn't think of it till way later. And that's because your calm brain is your most logical brain, and you were calm way after the fact. If we can keep ourselves calm in the moment, we're going to do so well and so much better. There's nothing you can't figure out. You can absolutely figure out any strategy out here, any tactic an opponent throws at you. You can figure it out. The key is to stay calm. And even if it's just on the surface, look that way, you will end up becoming that way. We're going to train it and get it better and better. Third, concentration. When it comes to tennis, we know how important watching the ball is, right? When you really are playing a tennis match, Rene said that you should only hear the ball, the impact with the ball, and the score being called, and that's it. Keep yourself within the lines. In fact, he said he won a lot of matches because he was not aware of the crowd. When his opponent would get bothered by something such as them opening their umbrellas because it was a little bit of rain or drizzle, or if, for instance, this is a really good one. He was playing Wimbledon center court 1925 against a guy named Lisette, and the King of England walked in into the royal box. Rene didn't notice because the only way he found out was his opponent actually had his back to him in the middle of play, and they were about to serve, and the opponent's back was to Rene, and Rene didn't realize why that was until he looked up and he saw that the whole entire crowd was standing, And the King of England in 1925 had actually walked in and sat down in the royal box. So there's one story in that. Another that is worth noting is a very famous tennis player. She was junior. I believe it was Chris Everett. I'll just go ahead and say it. She was playing juniors. I believe it was the Orange Bowl. I heard this story. And she would go back in the, an umpire's chair, not an umpire, but a line judge chair at the back of the court. There was one at the back, and she'd go back for the high moon balls. She was a teenager at the time, like early teens, like maybe not even. And hit the ball, but then bump into the chair, and the chair would fall over, and she'd keep playing. And then when the point was over, she'd go and pick the chair up and put it back, and she'd play again, go back, knock the chair down in the middle of the rally, come back, win the rally, go back, pick up the chair, put it again. And after the match, there was a gentleman who went up to her and asked, "Why didn't you just move the chair?" And she said, "What chair?" Didn't even know it was there. So, last one, the will to win. We see this with so many great champions, and we become their fans when they have that fire, that competitive edge, that nature. Everyone, I believe, does have this in them, and you have it within you. You can do this. You can compete and win, and we know we're going to go on the court believing that you can and you will win. That's what Rene told us. So if you master those 4 things, patience, calmness, concentration, and the will to win, you will be very happy with your results. Let's go. Apply it to all of your tennis and in life, and you will be very happy.